Here we are, Palatial Palace in Sussex. Fantastic. With Waldorf and Statler. The two boys in the Muppet box. John Giles. Known John a long time. We've not seen each other for quite a long time. However, we've had similar situations in our world and everything else.
Yeah.
But let's go back to you getting into drag racing. What got you into drag racing in the first place? And how did you move on?
Okay, so I was a spectator from the age of probably about 9 or 10. I used to go to Santa Pod in the mid-70s with a friend of mine, Andrew Clark, Arn, we call him. His son, Will Clark, races in Pro ET. So I used to go with Arn's mum and dad, and we used to go up there and watch it and got into it with all the famous Slick Willy and all those cars that I used to watch, and thought I'd love to do this one day, but obviously I didn't think I'd ever be able to afford to do that, so it's always only going to ever be a spectator's sport for me. But thankfully my work took off quite well, so I went through the 80s watching drag racing, the 90s, and then I more or less stopped at the early 90s to sort of focus on a career and my job and everything else, to see if it was possible that one day I'd have enough money to live my dream at Santa Pod and have race there and have my own car and stuff. So I went through the 90s working hard and obviously keeping an eye on the drag racing all the time, watching my friends still do it. Tim Adam in Super Gas was he's a friend of mine who was very successful. So I always kept an eye on it, but obviously I just wanted to focus on work. So it got to a stage where in mid 2005-06, when I went over to Mantorp with Donna, my wife, to watch Tim race out there, and I got the bug again and thought I'd really like to do this. And then we had a few disastrous things happen in our personal life, but in 2008, I bought the old Jumping Jack Flash Willis, was Kevin Moore's old car, and I bought that from Ian King down in Bristol. Bought it home and then made some changes, renamed it. It was more like personalise it to me a little bit, but it was quite a slow evolution. And then I got into Super Gas, which is the dream I wanted to do because of Tim Adam.
The Royal Willis was your last car, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that's Royal Willis. I bought Tim Adams' Brogy Roadster, who now Dave Fulton's got. So I had that for a little while, and then realised actually I didn't really want to get back into the sport again. Once I was out of it, I wanted to spend more time with my kids because they were growing up quickly, obviously. So it came to that time where I thought actually I'd better just spend some time at home, put some effort in home, and have a home life. So with drag racing, it's hard to, everyone will know this, it's hard to have both. Because you spend so much time, not just at the track, but in the garage and messing about with your cars, getting all the rig ready.
And of course, the financial implications of it as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And obviously, like yourself, you was running a business, but you're still doing it because effectively it's an expensive hobby for you.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I think it's expensive for everybody. It's probably the most affordable motor racing, depending what class you're in for motorsport. But ultimately, it's still quite a big money pit.
Yeah.
Especially if things go wrong. With me, it was pretty normal that things went wrong. So I'm not a mechanic or anything like that, and I think my history's proved that. But I did enjoy it.
Get people helping with the car and everything anyway, didn't you? You had a good crew there, really.
Yeah. I had a crew with us, and they were good. But it was more the camaraderie with that. I think what happened as well, a lot of personal things go wrong, and you need escapism from that. And when you go to Santa Pod, as everybody knows, as soon as you get through the gates,
that's it, different world.
The world's left behind, and all those problems are there as well. Absolutely. It's not till you drive back out that you actually, they're like a magnet to you. They're back on you.
Everything's going on in your world, and you go through them, as you say, you're there. So you can have a load of problems, but you're in a different world. Yeah, and that's your, well, I guess in a way, it is your sort of get out. Yeah,
it's your comfort blanket, really.
Yes, absolutely.
It's your comfort, and all your friends are there, and you can act like a child again. I think one of the biggest things is you can act like a child in there, and
no one cares.
No one cares. No one's judgmental, and you can just have a laugh and act stupid, act the clown, have some fun.
Yeah,
really, that's all I really wanted to do.
Yeah,
but obviously you get to that competitiveness where you want to win.
Yeah,
but it's the fun really is the most important thing.
Yeah, definitely. So, did you ever have sort of aspirations? After Willis days and everything else, you wanted to take it further and go into a bigger class?
Yeah, I think I would like to have run in Pro Mod, I think, but I would have only ever wanted to rent a car and a crew because I don't know enough people that could run a car like they do. When you look at obviously Andy Robinson and all the Pro Mod lads, Kevin Slyfield, all that, they've got good crews that know exactly what they're doing, and that's a different jump up level to what I was doing.
Them cars are over £100,000 anyway to start, you know.
Exactly,
They've got proper motors in them.
Yeah, and you've got to have all the spares, and you've got to be committed to the circuit as well. And you know, you'd want to do FIA if you could, you know, the Tierp and Hockenheim and all the rest of it. So I still wouldn't mind doing that one day, but at the moment I'm just focusing on the kids.
But then then you could think about, as you say, renting the car, because that's it.
That's what I would do, is I'd rent one, because I wouldn't want to get involved in having my own car again. I'd want to rent a drive. Maybe one day I'll do something. But I built, as you know, the road car, the Raw Willis, exactly the same more or less as my race car, but it's a road version, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah, and you take it out here. You go shows as well now with it.
Yeah, we take the shows. We just took it to Clastry in France and met up with the original Raw Willis that the ladies, Sophie's just had rebuilt, and she's done a really good job of it. So it was nice to see them both parked side by side. It was really, really good. And so we enjoy that. And my wife's got a Deuce coupe that she drives that. I drive the Willis.
Number one coupe.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And we go and have some fun at the shows and just drive around. We did the Chelsea cruise the other week and stuff.
Is that at the bridge too, is it, up there?
Yeah, it was the 50th anniversary this year, so it was really good going up there.
And it's a road car, so you can get taking it. You know.
Exactly, you're not governed by the weather. You're not governed by anything. You can just jump in it and use it when you want. So I quite enjoy that bit. But I quite like what we're doing with it now.
Over the years, tell us some of the people that you've looked up to, or they become sort of drag racing idols and things like that over the years.
So it started probably with Bob West. With the Slick Willie, because I absolutely love that car, and I know Bob now, thankfully, and he's a really nice bloke. Tim Adam was probably the start of it all, because
he was 80s, wasn't he? He started to fly through in sort of early 80s, was it?
No, Tim was mid 80s probably, and then because he had the Anglia and that sort of evolved. That used to be on the road. Me and my friend Andrew Clark, we used to go around there and watch him build this Anglia, and it was street originally, and then obviously turned it into a race car, quite a successful race car. And as a super gas driver, he was probably one of the best that I've seen probably over the years. He was in a good crowd at the time. So Tim was somebody I looked up to because I grew up with him. Then obviously Bob West, and then you had Owen Hayward with the Hound Dog funny car, and obviously the Page boys in Panic. So all of them really, going for Dennis Priddle, who was, and Al O'Connor was a massive favourite of mine. Thankfully,
I was guesser.
I was going. Thankfully, I raced Al as well, so I lived my dream there. And so there was Sue Coles in How's a Bopping. That was one of my favourites. The Devil with Keith Potter. That was one of my favourites as well. So there's loads of them really.
Yeah, no, there's too many to mention.
Really. Yeah.
But these are the faces that were out there. Some of them are still out there.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's an ever evolving thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't stop. And now you see the youngsters. I was in Clastry the other day with Nick and Luke Muggeridge. Obviously, I knew their dad Tim really well. Yeah. And seeing it going through a family like that's quite nice to see. I always remember
Tim, and then obviously the youngsters come through junior and everything else. And, and if you look at the junior side of things, you had Joe Kellett, with Leah, and then you had Pete Walters,
and the Morris boys,
and then you had Scott Hauser and all them, and
the list is endless, and they're all going up now.
All going up, Super Pro now and Super,
it's really quite good to watch. That's why I go back and see them, because obviously they're friends of mine as well now. But it's nice to see them progressing. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so you possibly could come back out again. You've had an interesting time with it all. I wouldn't change anything. I've loved every minute of racing, and it's just at the moment I'm spending a little bit more time with family. But I'd never say that I wouldn't go back, because there could be a chance that one day I do. So Nick Garrett works a lot on my car. Nick Garrett, Rick's son. Nick does all the work on all our cars actually now, but he's always
pestering me to make it go a little bit quicker and seeing if we can do a little bit of the is it Manston race with Paul?
Manston down there with Paul,
yeah, with Paul.
We've been down there. They've extended it again now down there.
Yeah,
and he's got quite a lot of safety stuff down there now, so it's pretty good going.
Yeah, so that might be an option for us, and then keep doing the street weekend we did this year. We hope to do Sweden next year, me and Donna.
Because you went round all the way from Centrepod to
York, and then back to Centrepod, and that was brilliant. I mean, the people there are great as well, and hopefully next year we'll do Sweden, and that's about 1,700 miles, I think. But that would me and Donna would like to do that.
Everything on that one,
But we might drive up through Cali and just make a couple of weeks of it.
Why not? Yeah.
That's the idea. So I haven't walked away from it completely, but I just needed a break. A good break from it, because it's all encompassing when you're involved in it.
Absolutely, I know you enjoyed it, and and you will do again, I've no doubt. But you've always been up there. John Giles is on the track now. Yeah, this is going to be cool.
Yeah,
because you had that focus.
It's just unfortunate for me. There was a gentleman out there that was in my class that I believe is probably one of the best. Well, I think he is the best bracket racer this country's ever produced, and that's Stuart Doyney. By a country mile, that man is just so good at what he does. So losing to him, it's not an embarrassment, but he is that good.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for me,
his implementals were always good.
He just knows what he's doing, and the whole team, Bob and Tim and all that, they're a good team. So they were really hard to get around. I mean, me and Colin and Stuart and that, we raced in Hockenheim together and all that sort of stuff. We were okay. We were pretty close. They're probably a little bit better than me, but they're pretty close. But Stuart Doyney seemed to be on a different level. It doesn't matter what you put him in, he just tries. He just knows what he's doing. It's great to watch.
That's a good name, definitely.
Yeah, it's great to watch.
So you've got a nice history there, and like a lot of people, you started off as a spectator.
Yep,
a lot of people have done that. And in the 70s, it was a completely different ball game.
Yes,
it was.
Well, I lived. Me and Arne lived about 4 miles from Blackbush.
So
we used to go up there and have a look.
Northfield was another one, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we only really did Blackbush at them days, and then there was a gentleman called Paul Lambert who had an altered that me and Arne helped for a couple of meetings, and got into it a little bit more that way as well. So I'd forgotten about that, but we helped on his altered for a little bit. But wherever there was an American car, we went. Staines Cruise. Anywhere there was a V8, we'd go. And that hasn't really changed, to be honest.
No.
I thought I'd grown out of it.
No. V8, you're there.
Yeah, exactly.
Superb.
You won't find any electric cars around here.
No chance. My other car is a hybrid, so it's a bit of both, really.
Yeah.
The electric cars.
Not for me. I like hearing and smelling the cars that we've got that we've grown up with.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Out of all your cars, like the normal cars, when you started off, what was your first ever car? Can you remember?
Yes, it was a Capri, a 1600 GT Capri, but it was Mark 1, and it was and I got it when I was 15, so I was really young, and me and all the lads, Arne and people like that, I used to hide it in the garage because my dad didn't know. And to earn it, I had to do the gardening at this lady's house whose husband had cleared off, and I did the gardening and looked after DIY stuff to pay for this car, and that's what we did. We put it in the garage and just messed about with it, and that was my first car. And I don't think I even hang on till I was 17 before I wrecked it. But with the burnouts and all that sort of stuff.
Arm out the window.
Yeah, exactly that. And you never get away with it now, but in them days,
that year was Bodie and Doyle.
Don't know about that. It was Daisy, really. Didn't run well.
Brilliant,
but it was good fun. And then I had the same cars as everybody, like the Cortinas and all the cars as I went through
XR2s and all
the XR2 and stuff like that. But it was good. I didn't have V8s in them days because the parts were so hard to get. I'm not a mechanic, and so it's more practical stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Amazing.
Yeah, it was good. I wouldn't change it for the world. Seeing what the kids have got to put up with now, with insurance, the cost of insurance,
ridiculous now,
and all that. So we had the good times probably with what we had.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, it wasn't too harsh on us.
Brilliant, John. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure. This.
Well, thank you very much. It's good. Perfect.
John, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Nigel.
Thank you.